What the heck is a tetrachord, and why do I need it to work on double stops? I'll tell you in a second. Stay tuned. Last time in part 1, we talked about playing the G major scale in double stops harmonized in inverted thirds. So if you missed that video, it'd probably be a good idea to go see it, but I'll just recap the little thing that we learned. Here's G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, F sharp diminished. There's no fifth in this shape, so it looks just like the minor, and back to G, right? One of the cool things about the major scale is that we can chop it up into two symmetric pieces. So 1 to 4 and 5 to 1 are actually similar, if you think about it. When you start on the first note and you go to the second note, that's a whole step. From the second to the third is a whole step. And from the third to the fourth note is a half step. So it's whole step, half step. When you start on the fifth note and go to the sixth note, that's a whole step. And from the sixth to the seventh is a whole step. And from the seventh to the eighth, that's also a half step, just like going from 3 to 4. So if we chop the major scale in half, we get what we call two tetrachords. A lower, which is 1 through 4, and an upper, which is 5 through 1. Okay, so how can we use that with double stops? Well, it turns out that makes seeing that long phrase up the scale really easy because it's the same shape times 2, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then 5, 6, 7, 1. It's the very same thing. So now you can breeze through that whole scale without much problem. Even better than that, we have a 5 here on the second string. 5 for G, that is, right? So that's the D. And we know that we can use these same double stop shapes on strings 2 and 4, right? So this would be 5 for G, right? 6, 7, and 1. So that makes those intervals laid right over each other. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So we know that's handy. Okay, so if we were in the key of D, for instance, and we wanted to move through this using the same ideal, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4 for D, right? And then the 5 for D would be the A, right? So, right? And then still very easy when you think about the tetrachord. All you have to do is find the right spot, and then your muscle memory can take over as you move up through that scale. All right, so that's it for that. Very short, but it should allow you to play through some changes more easily. If you have some questions, please let me know, and I hope you enjoyed this and found something useful of it. If you did, please subscribe. Thanks very much. Have fun.